Ray Halbrook here at Livestream STL. Good evening. We are broadcasting live from Jefferson College Fieldhouse in Hillsboro, Missouri. Ray Halbrook here along with Matt Shootout. How's it going, Matt? Oh, I could turn your microphone on. That'd be helpful.
Hey, let's try again. Ray, how are you?
I'm doing real well. We've seen some great games so far. We've been here for 2 other games. There's been 4 games total played today, and we're about to embark on game number 5 for the shootout here with the DeSoto Dragons taking on the St. Pius Lancers. We are also going to be joined a little bit later here by Steve Ringling. He's going to try to get a hold of the coach down on the court side, Zeb Hammond from DeSoto. So an interesting matchup here. Some big names. Got some ranked players here on both sides in the area here.
Yes.
What do you know about DeSoto?
Well, DeSoto is going to go as Mr. Snudden takes him. So that's obviously going to be a key point for Coach Lawrence and the Lancers, is to contain him. Snudden leads them in scoring.
Right.
Dots the statistics for them pretty much in every meaningful category.
Right.
And they're a streaky team. They've won 3, then they lost 3, and then they've split their last 4.
Wow.
And you can look at Snudden's output and kind of see where that's been. So as we get later in the season, we're not quite a quarter of the way through the season yet. Teams are already starting to figure out who they need to key in on.
Right.
And for DeSoto, more than one player, obviously. They've got multiple weapons there, but he's the guy that you got to focus on if you're on defense.
Right. Steve Ringling's on the sideline. I got to pop my head up here because we have to go over the top of this. Where are you, Steve? Where are you, my friend?
Well, we stood up, and I noticed the camera really adds weight. That's some really poor decisions at the steakhouse today.
This was bad. This is bad for business.
Time for me to sit back down. You look like the spring chicken. On the other hand.
Come on.
Wow.
So we're going to try to catch up with Steve here in a minute to try to get a hold of Zeb Hammond. Looks like they're also working on some things down there on the booth.
Got it.
Steve, if you hear me, chime in. Also, halftime, we're going to meet up with Tilden Watson, the athletic director over at St. Pius. Matt Shooty, what do you do over at St. Pius?
Well, it's Catholic education, so other duties as assigned is really the number one thing on the job description.
Right.
Nominally, I'm the director of admissions and enrollment management.
Okay.
But last night did the PA duties for the boys basketball game. So just whatever they need us to do. But that's my number one thing. Help Tilden out a little bit when I can with athletics. Try not to get in his way too much.
Right.
We're a small school, so anybody that works there, we wear more than one hat. We're really happy to be a part of that.
Gotcha. We're going to jump straight to our interview with the coach from St. Pius. His name is Eric Lawrence, and we caught up with him a little earlier today. All right, we're here with coach of St. Pius, Eric Lawrence. Coach, your strength as your experienced players. Tell us about the strength of your seniors this year.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got Jalen Thornton. He's been starting for me for 4 years as a guard. Probably one of the most athletic kids in our county.
Great.
You get to see that tonight. And then we have Luke Kloss, who's been starting for me for 3 years. He's kind of our inside guy. Gets a lot of jump points, a lot of rebounds for us. And then tonight we'll have DeMonte Gary back for the first time. He's very athletic as well.
Great.
Probably one of the second best athletes in the area. So they're very, very talented kids.
Great. Stretching the floor is the key for your team. Has that been continued to be successful this year for you?
Absolutely. We like to space the floor. We got some athletes, like to try to take advantage of that. Got a lot of guys who can get to the basket, got some shooters, so it's been very successful for us so far this year.
Great. Do you have a breakout player this year that's surprised you?
Yeah, I think I got 2 of them. I think Eli Boyer and Josh Rubel, both of our shooters. Eli coming off a JV team last year. Josh has been playing varsity, but I think they're doing really well from the outside for us this year and giving the team a different aspect.
Talk about Riley Nager.
Special kid. Yeah. Not too often a coach in Jefferson County gets to coach a 6'6", 6'7" kid who can do a little bit of everything. He dunk the basketball, shoot the three, run point guard for me, just does a little bit of everything, averaging 18 a game and 13 rebounds. So he's a very, 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 very good, talented young man.
Awesome. Well, thanks for stepping in and catching up with us, Coach. Appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
Thanks, Ray.
Man. Thank you. We're live on the sidelines with Steve Ringling. He has the coach from DeSoto, Zeb Hammond. Take it away, Steve.
Zeb Hammond, and we are getting ready for the fourth game, I think, of the day. And so, Zeb, we've heard that this is kind of a retooling season for you guys. Want to explain how that's going for you guys?
Yeah, numbers were kind of low in our upperclassmen. Moved a bunch of sophomores up. Not sure if they're quite ready for it, but, they're filling in, doing a good job so far. Hopefully they can continue to improve, and as the year gets further along, get better.
Sounds good. I heard you guys had an awesome game last night. I know DeSoto's always exciting to watch. Would you like to talk about any of your players that going on this year?
Yeah, we had probably our best game of the year against St. Clair. Cam Crodinger came out, finally shooting the ball well. He drove the ball to the basket strong. We've been working on that. He's been kind of a finesse player, and we're trying to go power over finesse now. And he did that game, so hopefully we can carry it on through this game.
Sounds good. I can't wait to watch. What are some of your expectations for tonight? Are you looking for a win, or?
I look for a win every night we go out. I feel like we can compete with anybody. Our biggest thing is trying to beat ourselves. Sometimes with having the maturity of sophomores on the team, when we get down, they tend to get that quit. So that's one thing that we're hoping doesn't happen.
Sounds good. One last thing, I guess, with this tournament, I know it's been going on for 5 years, and I think you guys have been out here all 5 years. How have you guys fared in the last couple?
We've won. I think we've won more than we lost. This is the second time we've matched up with Pius in the shootout. So, I think the only loss we had was last year against R7.
Sounds good. Hey, I look forward to tonight. I know DeSoto's going to be excited. It's going to be an exciting game. Good luck tonight, and we'll be cheering for you, man. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate your time out there with Coach Zeb Hammond from the DeSoto Dragons. We're just a minute away from starting lineups and getting this game started here. We've got our own starting lineups for the DeSoto Dragons. We have number 0, Nick Crottinger, a 6-foot sophomore guard. Number 5, Cam Crottinger, 5'10" sophomore guard. 21, Jordan Mertens, a 6'5" sophomore center. 22, Clayton Snudden. I'm having problems with my voice today. 22, Clayton Snudden, a 6-foot senior guard, and Andrew Downs, a 6-foot senior forward. I'm going to go to the downstairs.
Tonight's game is being live streamed by Livestream STL on Facebook Live. If you know anybody who can't make to the game tonight, let them know they can log in Facebook and watch the game being streamed live. It's also on the radio on KJF 1400 AM or online at mymomenco.com. Ladies and gentlemen, here are your starting lineups for this evening's game. First, for the DeSoto Dragons. Starting for DeSoto, sophomore, number 0, Nick Crottinger. Number 5, senior Catherine Crottinger. Sophomore, number 21, Jordan Mertens. Number 22, senior Clayton Snudden. And senior number 30, Andrew Downs. The Dragons are coached by head coach Zeb Hammond, and he is assisted by Jared White. And now for the St. Pius Lancers. Starting for the Lancers, 00, junior Riley Nager. Senior number 3, Jalen Thornton. Number 5, junior Dre Townsend. Junior number 11, Josh Rudel. Number Number 34, senior Luke Kloss. The Lancers are coached by head coach Eric Lawrence, and he's assisted by Josh Ainsworth and Anthony Lawrence. Good luck to both teams in tonight's game.
We are just seconds away from the tip-off.
One change for St. Pius X from last night in their loss against St. Louis College Prep, in that Dre Townsend's getting the start over Caden Cook at the guard position.
Great.
Pius wins the tip, Rubel on the wing. Townsend's going to run the point for him. Ball stolen away by Cam Krodinger, thrown out, knocked out of bounds off of Rubel. Now an interesting little subset with this game. Cam Krodinger used to attend St. Pius X, so he's probably got some added incentive to do well this evening. Krodinger's bringing the ball up. Pius in their man-to-man defense. And Mertens makes it look pretty easy inside. 2-0 DeSoto.
We appreciate you guys watching and listening along. Like and share tonight's game, and chime in, root for your favorite players, and we will acknowledge you on our end once we see you.
DeSoto in their man-to-man defense. Mertens clogging up the middle, one of the best shot blockers in the St. Louis region, so that's not a surprise there. It's a sign of a mature team. They're taking their time moving the ball around. Rubel, you can't really rattle that kid. He's going to be pretty calm with the ball. Same with Nager, who just passed to Townsend, gets it into Claus. Claus can't finish close, but they'll get those later. They'll take that shot every time. DeSoto gets it into Mertens again, and you can get a pretty good sense of what their game plan's going to be. He gets an offensive rebound. It hurt the Lancers last night, and the offensive glass hurts them again when they give up that offensive rebound and a putback. They get it into Claus close. He backs it right in. He's not afraid to go at a shot blocker. Tip out to Thornton. Thornton drives the lane. DeSoto loses it out of bounds.
Trying to push the ball up as quickly as possible. That's the name of the game.
It is the name of the game. Then the Lancers will try to push when they can. Nager's got range all the way out there, so they're going to have to stay on him. And there he goes with the spin move and an easy bucket. If you take a look at his stats, he's among St. Louis area leaders in scoring, assists, and rebounds. So it's no surprise to see them get him the ball early. Carry call on DeSoto, so St. Pius X might get a chance to even up the score here. One of the keys for the Lancers tonight is going to be Townsend, number 5. If they can keep in control, if they can get the result they got from him against Park Hill Central on Tuesday, they're going to be okay. He got 18 points off the bench for him and really propelled the team to a come-from-behind victory.
Hello, everybody watching. Ronald Wallace, David Schumacher, Austin Wooten.
St. Pius keys it in. Now Thornton will handle the ball almost as much as Townsend will for the Lancers. Rubel's got really good handles as well. There's 4 guys on the floor that could probably run the point for him. Turnover, though, by Townsend. Nick Krodinger blocked, but a foul. Townsend picks up his foul after the turnover, so can't be too happy with that. And it's a shooting foul, so we're gonna have 2 shots here at the free throw line. First one's good. Here comes the second. That takes us to 5-2 with 5:36 left in the game, in the first quarter. It's a quick game, but not that quick.
Yeah.
And here we go, and you see an example of the Lancers trying to force the action right here. Already down in the corner with Rubel. Dangerous shooter. Claus backs his way in. Nager's not afraid to shoot that, and he does. And good. Gets himself a 3, and that's going to cause trouble for DeSoto if he's showing that kind of range tonight. And you can see Caden Cook's already checked in real quick for Dre Townsend for St. Pius X. DeSoto taking their time, looking for that good shot. Corner three is well off the mark, and here come the Lancers with the chance to take the lead. Cook just into the game, has the ball in the corner. They're going into Claus again. He's going to take a shot. No, he kicks it out. Beautiful offensive rebound by Claus, and he doesn't make the shot, but he does get the foul. They're going to give him 2 shots on this. Mertens with his first. And the free throws continue to haunt the Lancers. Probably cost them the game last night against St. Louis College Prep. Second one is up and good. And we've got a tie ball game with 4:40 to go in the first quarter. Caden Cook with a steal. How did that pass get to him? Nager has the ball tipped from him. Body's hitting the floor, but Nager comes up with it. Nice swing pass. Cook tees one up, a little bit off. Claus and Mertens battling, and we're going to see that probably for 4 quarters, Ray.
Yep, I agree.
That might be a fun one to watch for us.
Lesser foul, 34, Luke Moss, his first personal.
Little full court pressure applied by St. Pius X. Cook's going to give Krodinger 90 feet of trouble here. Krodinger responds pretty well to drive into the paint. And, they get him up. Downs gets Nager up in the air on a shot, doesn't make it, but draws the foul. So he'll go to the line for a pair, and Nager picks up his first. And one of the keys for the Lancers tonight, Ray, is going to be depth in the front court.
Yes.
The Lancers have some guys banged up in the front court, and they're not going to be as deep there as they'd like to be. So keeping Nager and Claus on the floor and out of free throw trouble is going to be a key for them.
Right. We're enjoying this battle already, I'm telling you.
And that one's good. They make 1 of 2, so DeSoto back up 7-6, and we've got a pretty good game so far. They get Cook for a travel. And turnover Lancers, DeSoto ball. Snudden gets the ball, and you see Cook's hounding him immediately. Claus stays with Mertens, but Snudden gets his, and he's going to tonight. Beautiful drive into the lane, right-handed lay-in.
2 big trains for both teams, I'm telling you, and you better get out of the way of the train.
Yeah. One of the keys for Coach Lawrence, when I talked to him last night after their game with college prep, his guys need to step in and take a charge. If they're going to play the kind of hard-nosed offense or defense that he wants them to play, they're going to have a better ratio than 6 charges fouled on them, but only 1 taken.
Right.
So he's probably challenged his guys tonight to do that. They weren't able to get it there. But here we've got Rubel going to the line after being fouled on the shot. Mertens picks up a foul. Rubel misses the front end, and these free throws are just going to continue to be a problem. It's just a confidence thing. Get in rhythm. He's got a routine. He's got a good technique. Yeah, he's too good a shooter to let that go too often or too long.
If you're watching live right now, send us a message. Let us know where you're viewing from, and we'll say hey back to you. And we just want to kind of get an idea of who's all out there tonight.
Krodinger being hounded after picking up his dribble, able to get it away. You can see that defense, they are just hounding these guys, but that frees up a 3-point attempt. Nick Krodinger missed it. Now here come the Lancers again. Long outlet to Rubel. He misses. Thornton goes up, misses, has it blocked, and now there's Snudden with the ball. Nick Krodinger back with it. Snudden has the ball again. Thornton's on him now. And so they're switching off who's taking them. And they get him for a hand. They get Thornton for a hand check.
Foul trouble early. Neither team needs that.
No, and it's going to be probably a recurring theme throughout the early part of the basketball season. So it's our understanding, and talking with some guys, some officials in the state, that you're going to see a lot of hand checks called that weren't being called the last couple of years. And what I was told by the officials was that the game had turned into a game that didn't recognize basketball skill the way it should the last few years.
Oh, easy one.
Easy work. Mertens gets another. So DeSoto working the ball around, being patient, working through some overplays on the part of the Lancers, and they get a bucket as a result. Now they're up 11-7. Nager gets a nice shot off the dribble, isn't able to finish. Gets back on offense or on defense. Cook's going to get a breakaway off a turnover though if he can finish against Snudden. Snudden swats it away, gets his own rebound, and off he goes to the races. He's going to take it coast to coast. Oh, Euro step, and he missed. Wow. Claws, and here we go. It's a racetrack game right now.
Action, but nobody's cashing in.
Nope.
There
Nager will. Rubel finds Nager and gets him a bucket, and now it's 11-9. That was a nice finish, and honestly, in that break, Rubel's the one you want to have the ball. Tremendous basketball IQ, and Nager with the beautiful finish at the other end. So 11-9 with about 100 seconds left in the quarter. See, despite a public school education, I was able to do the math.
That's right.
Happy with myself. And here comes Rubel again. Jumped the passing lane. Beautiful. Oh, took it, but picked up a foul. So if that's, let's see who we got here.
Clayton Snudden.
They got Snudden with the foul. Oh, nope. They gave it to number 11. So Aiden Blair picked it up, which is good news for Snudden. Rubel's going to shoot a pair, so he's been to the free throw line a couple times already this quarter. You can see the motion. Everything's looking good. It just didn't fall there on the front. Hopefully he'll make the second half of this two-shot penalty.
Don't forget to like and share our page.
There he goes. And so we're down to a 1-point deficit for St. Pius with 90 seconds to go in the quarter. Blair's going to take it in and get it to Mertens, and there we go.
Get the travel.
I think we can count on Mertens touching the ball every time they're in the half-court set at least once. Townsend back in for the Lancers, and Eli Boyers made his first stop in the game, number 33, a three-point specialist.
Oh, nice play.
Nager takes him to the left, but then finishes with the right. And if he's on, that's going to cause some trouble for the Dragons because he has just been a beast early on this year. But here's another beast, Snudden. They collapsed on him. That freed up some outside. Cam Crottinger gave it a shot, but didn't quite get it in. We got 45 seconds to go. Here comes Rubel again. And he lays it in with ease, left-handed. He's smooth, he's got good hands.
Looking good.
And he can finish. So he's having a strong start to the game. Townsend's now on Cam Crottinger. They're going to try to double him up. Boyer picks him up. Thornton, tried to get a steal, didn't quite get it, but Dre Townsend got him. Ill-advised pass.
Got a little too fancy there.
We did. We did see an instance of that there. So Crottinger slows it down. They're going to go for the last shot with about 15 seconds to go. I'm willing to wager Mertens is going to touch it at some point. They're starting the play. Snudden's got the ball. Now Snudden might try to take Thornton himself. 5 to go, so if you're going to go, it's time. He's going to do a step-back three and has it poked out of his hands. Probably not what Zeb Hammond was looking for out of that final possession. We got 0.6 of a second to go, so we're going to see a lob and maybe just a prayer thrown up at the rim. They're going to give the ball to DeSoto. I thought it came off a knee. There's the lob, there's the touch. Didn't fall, came close. Exciting first quarter, partner.
Absolutely. End-to-end action, we like that. That's really nice. So we got a small little break here, getting ready to start the second quarter. I want to tell you about a couple of our sponsors. One of them is Wright Financial Incorporated out of Crystal City. Also, Wright Living Real Estate. We make it happen. Out of Crystal City, 636-638-2220. Also, the Refuge DeSoto. The Refuge Church for You. Their services are on Sundays at 10:30 a.m. and Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Located at 1200 North 5th Street, DeSoto. They want to invite you out to their Christmas service, December 23rd at 10:30. DeSoto staying strong. St. Pius staying strong.
Looking good so
Yeah.
far. Hopefully we're going to get a good game out of this. 14-11, three-point game. And you haven't seen, you've seen some threes go up, but it hasn't been like some games I've seen early on this in this high school season where teams are just chucking up threes virtually every single possession. They've been working the ball in. We've got really 3 or 4 talented post players in this game. So hopefully we'll see some traditional ball and a little bit more of that instead of a reliance just on the three-point shot.
Right.
Rubel jumped the pass but tipped it out of bounds, so it'll stay with DeSoto.
Aggressive play. I love that.
Rubel, he's on tonight. Early on, there's Townsend is going to check Cam Crodinger again. I keep saying Crodinger, it's Crodinger.
Right.
Crodinger. And one of the Crodingers is standing about 5 feet away from me. I think I know better than that. There's Mertens over Nager.
This is the second game that we've had twins.
So it's
today.
amazing. Some names are just ubiquitous with Jefferson County, and certainly Crodinger is one of them. Nager is going to try to get that one back. There's Rubel. Catch, shoot, bang. Three-pointer from the corner, and that's what you expect out of Josh Rubel. So exactly like they drew it up, passed out of the post, Rubel in the corner, and he just buried it. Beautiful shot. And Snudden is just lurking. You got to figure he's going to go on a tear here pretty soon, or at least they're going to try to get him on one. Nick Crodinger takes it to the rim, and he scores with relative ease. So 17-15, Pius with a 2-point lead with just 7 minutes to go. Eli Boyer lets it fly, ambitious from well outside the arc, misses, goes a little long. They're applying some full court pressure now, and the pace is picking up a little bit. Oh, got a carry. And we're going to get it back to St. Pius X. Dre Townsend's going to bring it up the floor. He's going to find Rubel out early. And that's already getting Crodinger's attention. As well it should, considering how well he's shooting here in the early going. Boyer squares up again. Left-handed shot just off the side rim. He'll get in a rhythm, and then DeSoto's going to have something else to worry about. Nice left-handed shot. Snudden's going to bring it up now. Crodinger out on a wing. Thornton picks up Snudden.
Steve Ringling down on the sidelines. We appreciate the camera work down there. Steve will chime in here shortly on just some sideline jargon that he might be hearing down there. What's going on? He's laughing at me.
Oh, beautiful deep three. Deep three for Nick Crodinger. It was a quick look over to some of the fans on the St. Pius X bench, and now it's 18-17 DeSoto. Dre Townsend would love to answer that. Gets a screen from Nager. Oh, nice cut to the basket. Drives. Oh, they wave off the basket. Got fouled on the floor. And Caden Cook checks back in. He's going to spell Rubel.
Steve Ringling, were you ready to chime in? You got your microphone down there. Oh, he doesn't even have his headphones on, so he's not going to be chiming in at all.
Dre Townsend maybe trying to do a little too much there against the bigs. Turnover off the missed shot. Cam Crodinger's got it, and he's bringing it back up.
Hey, our first chime in, Sarah Ulmer. Go Dragons, she says. Alex Belt, how you doing?
Eli Boyer picks up a foul. And that's going to have DeSoto triggering it in under the basket. Oh, Mertens with the ball underneath, and he looks like he traveled, and he did. Turnover, ball to St. Pius X. And we've got a seesaw battle, 18-17, 5.5 to go in the first half. Cook, Townsend, Thornton, Boyer, Nager. So they're going a little small. Attack Mertens, and Mertens picks up another block. He's going to be amongst the league leaders, certainly among the county leaders all year long. DeSoto coming back. Snudden with the ball. He's got Thornton on him. Thornton will not help off of him either. I can pretty much guarantee that. Townsend is watching Cam Crodinger. Bodies him up. Crodinger's going to let fly. Little short, air ball
Air
actually,
ball.
and here comes Thornton. Thornton's got numbers. If he gives it up, he takes it himself and lays it in. Beautiful shot, and that's what he provides for you. Change of pace, he gets in there and can give you 3 or 4 quick buckets in a hurry. His defensive intensity feeds off of his offensive prowess, so we might see another 1 or 2 coming from him shortly.
Got a seesaw battle going here, don't we?
And Mertens takes it in at Nager. Nager defends well, gets the rebound off the miss, and here comes Cook. Cook, the smooth, steady hand. He slows things down for St. Pius, gets them into their half-court offense. Thornton's going to pull from distance. That's not always his game. Rims out.
Good rebound. Take that shot.
Nager likes it. Oh, boy.
I dare you to take that shot. Okay, I think I will.
So I worked all summer.
That's right.
And I saw Riley Nager working all summer. He was in the gym day after day working on that shot there, working on his strength. He's really bought into what the weight room can do for him.
Great.
And some of the benefits of that showed with that beautiful shot just beyond the three-point line there. Not necessarily where he got that shot blocked there. Here comes Townsend, and he draws a block. And honestly, that drive was probably the best-case scenario for him to pick that up. Nager's up to 11 points in the game already.
Worth the drive.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So personals are going to start piling up for both teams. Nobody's in serious foul trouble yet, but it's definitely going to be something to keep an eye on.
Absolutely.
Boyer triggers to Cook, who kicks it out to Townsend. Cook spots up and just a little short, and in amongst the trees, who comes out with it? Nick Krodinger. And here comes DeSoto. Oh, I thought he'd take baseline there. Oh, well, he found Mertens, and Mertens.
And got the and one.
Mertens picked up the and one after seemed like a circuitous route to get to the basket, but got it.
It's easy for us to see things develop, and then it develops right after we think about it.
Partner, I'm one of the best coaches in the country with a headset on. Mertens trying to finish the three-point play, but he can't. Oh boy, okay. DeSoto almost picked up the offensive rebound, and I can promise you that Coach Lawrence would have been talking about that in the film room on Monday. So it's now 21-20, and we've got a seesaw battle. Here comes Caden Cook. Barking out the offensive orders, gives it away. There's Townsend. They're going to weave it a little bit. And you got to figure Nager's going to get the ball here sooner or later.
Steve Ringling, we're going to be coming to you here shortly.
Or Thornton will take it, misses. Then here comes DeSoto. A wave of Krodingers. There's one, okay. Cook picks up the loose ball, lobs it ahead. Oh, Townsend's able to corral it, spin move. And 15 picks up the foul for DeSoto, so Levi Fisher went up over his tea kettle there and ended up on his back. Nobody's hurt, fortunately.
Steve Ringling, what are you seeing down there, buddy? Oh, hold on. Let me get you on there. Sorry about that. I got you on. Sorry. Go ahead.
Are we on? All right. Hey, I tell you what, I'm seeing some exciting basketball from this angle down here. A lot of up and down. Got a couple kids out here that look like they can shoot the ball, and we've got a couple big boys underneath taking it to the hoops.
Townsend hits the first of 2.
Thanks, Steve.
Nice rhythm to that shot. Oh, can't coax that second one in on most of the rim, but not all of it. And Mertens with the rebound, Snudden with the ball, and he's drawn Thornton for his defensive assignment. We got 2.5 to play. Still just a 2-point game. Snudden has it picked off, and here come the Lancers with numbers. Snudden is able to foul Townsend and not let him score, but he did get a shot up, so he's going to go and shoot 2 more at the free throw line.
Number 22, Clayton Snudden, is for Trey Townsend to the line.
For Snudden, that's just his first, so that's not going to cause him to go to the bench for the half. Townsend hits the first of his free throws. Good start. If he can get this second one here, I'll take it to a 4-point advantage. And he coaxes that one in off the front iron. And so this might be the largest lead we've seen this quarter. Snudden bringing the ball up now with Cam Kroedinger on the bench.
Nice back door.
Oh, Luke Claus gets himself a block. Beautiful block when Aiden Blair had gone in. Oh, Rubel had 2 shots at it, missed both of them, and DeSoto's coming back with the ball. Nick Kroedinger can't get the floater to go. Claus with another block. Mertens collected the offensive rebound, but he couldn't get that one to go. Fruitless trip for DeSoto, and here comes Townsend. He's going to try to go to the rack. Draws yet another foul. Starting to get the sense that Townsend's got some marching orders to maybe get to the rim at every opportunity.
Dragging foul, number 15, Levi Fisher, his second personal. Right Townsend to the line.
And he misses the front end of the 2-shot there. So with a minute and a half to go, it's a 24-20 game. Townsend up for a second. Gets his bounces in, gets his rhythm, and buries that one. Now we've got a 5-point game, 25-20. Be curious to see if DeSoto's going to try for a quickie here or if they're just going to be content to milk it for 90 seconds. The way the pace of the game's been going, I highly doubt it'll be that way. Kroedinger back in. Cam gets it into Snudden, who's now in the post. And, decent little post move, but he can't get the shot to fall. Nager with the rebound. Thornton kicks it out to Rubel, who thought about the 3, drives, takes it over the shot blocker. Wow. Mertens can't get the block, does get the foul. Rubel gets the bucket, and he's got a chance for a 3-point play and a chance to extend this lead to 8 with just over a minute to go in the first half.
Rubel's in the line.
We got something going on with one of the uniforms. Looks like maybe some blood on a jersey.
Official timeout on the floor.
So official timeout while they get this sorted out.
Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to
Trainer, Doc Rudolph's down there. He does a lot of things, bandages, everything else. Must have a Clorox stick with him as well. He's going to take care of this for us. Right?
Earlier games, we'll step away for a quick second. Actually, are they going to come back up? Earlier games today, Festus took care of Herculaneum 70-33. Windsor took care of Crystal City 81-57. You're watching right now DeSoto and Pius, and then at 7:30 we will also be taking care of Hillsborough and Jefferson R7.
There might be some fireworks in that game. There's some guys that can really fill it in that game, and I think we're going to have a chance to see a high-scoring back-and-forth contest. But we got ourselves a nice game here. Nate Rubel's checking in for the first time. He's a freshman, brother of Josh. Josh misses the free throw that would have completed the 3-point play, and here comes Cam Kroedinger with just over a minute to go, and DeSoto down 7. And an over and back call. Coach Hammond is not wanting this first half to get away.
Right.
They're down 7. Minute to go.
Bad.
Seven's doable.
Two threes, and you're right back in it.
Right, and that's the high school game these days.
Right.
They'll run a triple screen for Snudden, free him up, and do that a couple times, and suddenly it'll be locked in again. Townsend on the point again. Boyer running through any screen he can, try to get open, but Nick Kroedinger kept him locked down. Here comes Townsend, baseline, kicks it to Cook. In rhythm 3, boom. Now we've got a 30-20 game with 45 seconds to go. Beautiful shot by
now
Cook.
It's
Beautiful
three
play.
three-pointers, and you're back.
Plus, just to get back in it. A 4-possession game,
right,
as they'd say in the NFL.
Right.
Looks like they're gonna try to get the last shot and not give Pius another chance at it offensively. DeSoto's gonna move it around. Hopefully they'll get a better shot off than they did to end the first quarter. Snudden with the ball, and that might trigger it. Here he goes. Jumped immediately. Noah Posaluco in there getting some time with the wardrobe malfunction there for Luke Claus. So haven't had that wardrobe malfunction come up in, 10, 12 years. We haven't had to talk about that.
Yeah.
Snudden's going to the line for a pair with 6.4 to go.
Thank you, JT. We'll just leave it at that.
We will leave it at that. That was one in a bonus, and he missed the front. And it goes out of bounds, and we've got officials looking at each other, and it's going to be St. Pius's ball with 5.5 seconds to go. They got to go the length of the court, and let's see if they can get a shot off here. Here comes Townsend.
2, 1.
One, and Boyer at the buzzer. Back iron. Good look. Good look at it. So at the half, your score is 30-20. St. Pius X over DeSoto. Partner, we had a good first half of basketball
Absolutely. We're going to come back here real quick. We've got a lot to talk about. Get away from this real quick. Let's do this instead. There we are. Ray Halbrook and Max Schutte. Hey, end-to-end action. Hey, this has been an exciting game.
It's been a lot of fun to watch, and it's good to see for the fans of St. Pius X the way they were reacting after a tough loss last night when they led St. Louis College Prep most of the game, but were outscored 15-5 to end the contest and didn't hit their free throws when it mattered at that point. And they've come out and responded pretty well against the DeSoto team that's shown a lot of grit today as well.
It's great. It's great. I want to tell you about a few things that's going on with Livestream STL. Number one, we'd love to come to your school, and this is how we come to your school. You give us a call here. Stream your school on the Livestream STL Winter Road Tour. This is game 3 of the Winter Road Tour, started today. We've just picked a few random schools to just come in and say, hey, we'd love to just come in and grab some and check out some of your talent at your school. Give you an idea of how many games we have here. Let's start right here. We'll start right here. We just found out about this last night. Your St. Pius Lancers will be in this tournament, and they're awesome. The number 1 seed.
We like to hear that.
The Suntrup Auto Christmas Tournament out at Grandview High School. We will be covering the 3rd place and championship game out at Grandview on December 29th at 5:30. That's the 3rd place game, and also 7 o'clock for the championship game. Could possibly be these Pius Lancers in there from what I'm looking at.
Well, we'd hope so. It'd be a nice
absolutely.
Christmas present.
Hey, there you go. Also, keeping with the Pius theme here, Herculaneum is going to be visiting Pius on Friday, January 11th at 7 p.m. And then also the ladies will be going on at 5:30. So 5:30 for the first game, 7 o'clock for the gentlemen. And then also this is going to be a killer game, I think, too. DeSoto versus Hillsboro. It's Friday, January 29th at 7 o'clock out at Hillsboro. Check your local listings on that one.
You got some good contests coming up here.
Yep. Grandview will be visiting Herculaneum.
And girls basketball. Grandview had a rough start to the season, but they have really come on strong lately.
Okay. And then that game is 5:15 on February 1st. Also, that the gentlemen will be playing at 8 o'clock right after that. And then we've been out to Live for Life. We were out there last week. Some amazing. There was 60-something points. There was almost 60 points scored here.
Yeah.
But there was 60-something points scored in the first half in that game. Amazing game.
Some good basketball.
So Live for Life, they're going to be taking on Soldan, the girls at 5 o'clock on February 6th. And then the gentlemen will be out at 6:30. So same time, or same date, ladies and gentlemen, back to back. And then we will end up, right now, we're ending up on Friday, February 8th, 7 o'clock, Oakville versus Melville, the bragging rights game out there for the Melville School District. That's the area I have kids that have graduated from. My 8-year-old, he's in that district also. But that'll be a bragging rights game, no doubt about that.
Oh, sure.
But
sure.
But we would love to come and stream your school. So grab your athletic director or your superintendent or somebody in your school. We want to cover basketball. We're wanting to get into hockey this year. I don't care if it's roller hockey. I don't care if it's ice hockey. it's easy to stream.
With the
most
right
of the time.
donor, we'd love to add hockey.
Absolutely.
So,
there you go.
And I'm not going to grab my athletic director because he might squeeze my head until it explodes.
Speaking of the athletic director, come on over here. We're going to grab Tilden Watson. He's going to pop on the headset right there. Go ahead and just move that stuff, Eric. Tilden is the athletic director over at St. Pius High School. Let's get you on. Are you there?
Yes, Ray. I'm here.
Hi, awesome, Tilden Watson. So I call you up. We haven't talked in how many forever years?
About 20 years, probably.
We graduated from high school together, he and I, and we'll have a trivia question a little later here, and it deals with you and I, because I believe we both graduated the same year.
Yes.
Okay. So that'll be the trivia question. When did we graduate? So think about that, Facebook land. Think about when we graduated, and we'll take guesses a little bit later. But Tilden, tell us a little bit about what's going on at St. Pius.
St. Pius, we're starting off our winter seasons with basketball. The girls have had a rough start, but they've been fighting back and doing really well. They were in the championship game against DeSoto up at Orchard Farms. They talked to the coach afterwards. He's like, we got a lot to work on, but he likes where we're going.
Great.
The boys basketball program, it took off like wildfire. We had a first loss last night against St. Louis College Prep, which is a very solid, quick, athletic team. The coach is very good, and those boys were amazing to watch, too.
Great.
We just didn't match our intensity after the second half. The second half, they came out with fire, and we just didn't match our intensity, and that's what took the game over for them.
Great. Give us just a little bit to look forward to, maybe other sports that's going on.
With the other sports, I'm really looking forward, and when we get into the spring, we have we have one girl, Rita Eimer, with in track. She's very good. She was good cross country. She from freshman to sophomore year, she jumped from 52nd place to 26th place, I think it was, in cross country. She's a hard-working girl. Baseball, last year how to put this right? We won 19 games in a row.
Oh, wow.
We were on a roll, and then the championship game at district, we just fell apart. We didn't keep it together.
Wow.
I'm really looking forward because we only graduated one person from that team. So that baseball team should be a real solid program coming into the spring sports.
Great. And we've got a Division I signee playing baseball, and a Division II.
Nice.
And that have already committed. And then we've got another senior who's
show
weighing
them
some
off.
collegiate
Who
options.
are they? Where they sign at?
Eli Dale is signed with Kansas State, so he's our Division I signee.
Great.
And then Jeremy Eisman's going to stay a little closer to home, but he's really excited to be joined. Actually, the former baseball coach here at Jefferson College, he's joining him up at Maryville.
Great.
And I saw him right after he did his visit, and he was just so excited about what he saw up there, their vision for the program, and the educational opportunity that's provided for him. And so he's jumping up there. And then we've got Caleb Schweigert is weighing some options, and he's had some colleges looking at him. And with those three leading the way, hopefully have a pretty successful baseball season.
Awesome. We hope to maybe cover a couple, wink, of those games.
Well, we can show off the new backstop.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
And we've got one other thing that I know Tilden's excited about.
Go ahead.
Is we recently found out from the Jefferson Foundation, St. Pius X was awarded almost $200,000 grant to build a new wellness center on campus.
That's awesome.
And our school's been open since 1959, so the 60th anniversary is coming up. Outside of a shed built 20 or so years ago, there hasn't been any new construction on campus. So Tilden, for us to get a wellness center is a really big deal.
Oh, it's a huge deal. On the average, we average between 52 to 60 kids come through the weight room after school.
That's awesome.
And they filter through. We're not really going to expand our actual equipment, but what we're going to have more room to let that flow go a lot better. And I'm so excited. We also won $8,000 worth of equipment from Show Me Weights.
Great.
There was a competition on Facebook to where we had a vote for our own school and what have you, and then we end up winning $8,000 worth of brand new equipment from them to help get into the new Fit Wellness Center.
Great. Awesome. Well, I appreciate having you guys on. This is new for us to just kind of cover some things down here in the Jefferson County area. We're trying to cover Jefferson County, St. Louis, South St. Louis, and So we just appreciate having you guys on.
Well, thank you for coming out here and doing this. It's awesome. Thank you.
Fun stuff. We're going to step away here for just a few minutes. We'll be back in just a couple minutes with the second half.
The exciting news is Wright Financial has every program available that is known to mankind. We are doing FHA, VA. We cater to veterans. We do no money down programs. We do conforming and jumbo. We are also helping seniors who would like to get some of the equity out of their home and a reverse mortgage. So we're just out to help people from just starting to buy a home all the way to possibly getting their equity for their lifetime at the end of their lives.
All right, we're back with the second half, yeah.
Yeah, and they started it. Here we go. Second half, St. Pius X up to 30-20. And, Townsend tried to get still, didn't quite get it. Snudden comes up with it, and he's going to try to look for a shot here. I would imagine Snudden will be touching the ball quite a bit in the second half. They have to claw their way into this game. Working it inside. Oh, nice double move there. Well done. Downs got claws up in the air, went around him, and laid it in. Townsend's going to key the offense, picked up his dribble maybe a little early. Thornton on the wing.
Sarah Schweigert, thanks for chiming in. Yay, Kayla Schweigert.
Claw's going to spot up from 5. Dribbles in and out, and here comes Krodinger after the rebound.
Caroline Boyer, how are you?
Snudden's going to pull up from the free throw line, lost the ball on the way up thanks to Thornton's defense, and then Thornton gets the rebound. So nice little possession defensively for him. I would imagine Nager's going to get a touch here. He led Pius with 11 points in the first half. Right now they're working the way on the outside. DeSoto back in their man-to-man. They got to keep an eye on Rubel as well. He had 7 points in the first half. And they key it into Claus. He's able to work his way in and get himself a layup off the assist from Nager. Nager, for a big guy, in the top 10 in the St. Louis region for assists. Not afraid to give the ball away. Oh, nice runner, Krodinger. Cam Krodinger gets himself a runner, and we're off to the races here to start the second half. Thornton left alone, took a 3, missed, but Claus pulls down the offensive glass. And tell me if you've heard this before, Dre Townsend draws a foul on the way to the basket. Was not in the act of shooting, so it'll be the Pius ball under the basket. Notice they're getting out on Rubel a little bit quicker this half after he got a couple of shots up early in the first. Thornton pulls down a rebound after a miss under the basket and doesn't make it, but is fouled. And he's going to shoot a pair. Gets the first one, looked good, looked in rhythm. And that expands the lead to 8. Thornton with his second. And that rattles out. And here comes Snudden. Trying to get to the basket, trapped underneath. Oh, nice job. Found Downs in the middle and was able to get that in. Now Snudden averages 14.6 a game. So far held to just 2 according to the scoreboard. Thornton gets to the basket, doesn't draw the foul. He was seemingly looking for him, misses the lay-in attempt, and here comes Snudden again. Lost it, looked for a foul, didn't get one, and here comes Townsend, gives it up to Nager, who's fouled by Kroedinger, and we'll see if they're going to give him the shot here. I'd be a little surprised. Oh, they are giving him the shot. Wasn't quite a Euro continuation.
Yeah.
Now here's Nager. Now here's another thing, Ray, he spent a lot of time working on in the summer, these free throws.
There you go.
Why did I curse him?
You completely jinxed it,
He's
right?
going to listen to this tonight or tomorrow, and he's going to stop by my office and grab a handful of Tootsie Rolls and say, Mr. Shooty, please don't ever talk about my free throw shooting
What
again.
did you do to me, right?
But if I talk about it for anybody else, it goes in. He gets the second, and it's a 34-26 game with just under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Nick Kroedinger out on the wing. Now they kick it back up to Snudden. Now out to Cam. Oh, yeah, that's what they were looking for. A Kroedinger 3 attempt from the wing doesn't fall. Nager with the rebound, and here comes Cook. Townsend finds Rubel. Rubel's going to let fly, and he's off the mark. And here comes Kroedinger pushing it up the floor to the Nick Kroedinger. Finds Snudden, you know that's going up. And oh boy, that looked good. Rhythm, everything looked good, just couldn't get it to fall. And here comes Caden Cook again. Dre Townsend, now he's going to let go with a 3. He misses. And what did we talk about in high school basketball? Sometimes can dip down to this where it's just 3-3-3, and that's what we've seen here the last couple trips up and down the floor.
Right.
Snudden's going to slow it down, gets a screen. Pius gets picked up for a foul, and Eric Lawrence is going to take a timeout and talk it over with his team. Probably just wants to calm them down, ask them to maybe look for a little bit better shot than what they got the last couple of possessions. We were 34-26 with 3:45 left to go in the third quarter. And Ray, this gives us a chance to say hello to a couple people that if they're not watching now, they're going to be watching the replay. The Kudelik family, good St. Pius family, they're either watching now or watching later.
Right.
The Irvin family, Beth and Ben, an alumni, and their boys, they're on the road right now, but they're going to be picking this up when they can. So hello, Irvins. Hope you're enjoying the game. Jim, Kelly Lane, and their 5 boys. Jim's the president, so I darn well better say hello.
El Presidente.
to him. Although he'll tell you Kelly is probably the president in reality. But their 5 boys, either at St. Pius, graduated from St. Pius, or they'll be coming. And the Dotem family, we'd like to say hello to them, the parents and their son Deke. Thanks so much for watching. Going to be St. Pius' 10th ball. DeSoto's still talking it over.
Yep.
Now some officials would say, hey, we blew the whistle, get in, here we go.
Jennifer Bollinger is she's chimed in already. Say, go Pius.
Ms. Bollinger, hello, thank you. I think Mrs. Boyer's even in the stands here. That's very, very woke, I think, is what they would say, to be watching the game on Facebook while she's actually at the game. We appreciate it. And there's Eli Boyer's got the ball now, kicks it out.
How many people do you see at a game always on their phone?
Well, that's true, and that's why.
Why not be watching live stream STL?
Exactly. And listening to some just expert commentary or whatever it is that we're providing. Mertens. No, that's not Mertens. Excuse me.
I'm just going to leave you hang out to dry right there.
I would do. You're right to do that. Corey Gibbs got himself a rebound, and then here comes Snudden, gets a shot off, and front iron, and so far he hasn't felt the rhythm. Cam Kroedinger tries to get it going, and Boyer wrestles the rebound down. And here comes Cook up to Nager. Give Nager credit. He didn't take what wasn't there, but he ended up with a turnover. Whoa, collision.
Yeah.
They're going to get Boyer for the block. So that's going to be a couple of shots for Nick Kroedinger. And with just under 3 minutes to go, we've got an 8-point game. DeSoto's needing to get back into it here. Makes the first. Here comes Dre Townsend, and DeMonte Gary makes his way in for Pius for the first time. Number 21, long and lean, great reach, tremendous athlete. We'll see what he can provide for him.
Sarah Schweigert says, let's go Eli.
And they missed the second free throw. Goes out of bounds. The ball goes to Pius. Ms. Schweigert, if Eli hits a 3 on this trip, we'll give you credit for it. Maybe get her an assist on the score sheet.
Hey, there you go.
I don't know how official that would be. Thornton finds Nager, and that good.
Oh, nice.
Well, you could see the rhythm. As soon as he caught the ball, the rhythm was just perfect. Beautiful shot from the elbow, and that extends the lead to 9 points.
Tilden Watson, we see you. How you doing? Probably on the road. Since Tilden's on the road and he is watching.
Well, he said he was going to the concession stand first.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, he's going to the concession stand and watching the game at the same time. So our trivia question, as we watch some great action here, our trivia question for the day is Tilden and I both.
Blair misses that shot.
Oh, look at that.
Nager's heating up, gets himself a lay-in off of a couple of tip balls.
So our trivia question is this. Tilden and I both are graduates from Herculaneum High School. What year did we graduate? That is the question of the day. If you can answer.
Do we have big prizes?
If you can answer, you'll get bragging rights. You'll get pride, not prize.
DeSoto with the response, and that cuts it to a 9-point game. Gary gets the handle, loses it, but it goes out of bounds off of DeSoto, and that's going to be St. Pius ball.
Lisa Watson, we see her also. How you doing?
And I didn't give credit down there.
Ben Evans says, happy birthday.
Oh, hey, Ben. Thank you very much. I'm not going to say how old I am. I can say that when the telephone man came to the house and replaced the rotary phone with the push button, we were all pretty excited.
Yeah,
when I was a kid.
I get that. I get that. I completely get that.
So the last DeSoto bucket, I'm sorry I didn't give credit for that. Corey Gibbs got that.
Okay.
And now we got 90 seconds to go in the half, and St. Pius X is up 38-29.
So nobody wants to take a crack at what year we graduated.
It's not like I'm not going to give you that old saw about you guys being 29 years old for 3 years in a row. I'm going to say 1991.
Kevin
makes the second, and
Kevin Holly said
lead.
the same thing, and he is incorrect.
So is it earlier?
It is incorrect. We're going to let some people get. We're going to let some people guess.
There's some guesses coming in.
The only other guess person that is exempt is my wife and Tilden's wife. So Lisa Watson, you are not.
Well, and for all we know, Tilden's told her he's 29 years old.
That's right. That's why she married him.
Now, Lisa's pretty bright, so she probably wouldn't fall for something like that. Krodinger gets floater, and he just can't get him to fall. Mertens gets a rebound and doesn't get it to go, but it goes off of DeMonte Gary's foot, so it's going to be ball for DeSoto under the basket.
Ben Irvin says 87. No, but it is in between 91 and 87, so you're not too far.
Mertens with a kick out. Nick Krodinger doesn't get that to fall, and there's Nager with another rebound, and he's starting to assert himself here in the third quarter. Thornton going to get to the basket, dribble around. Oh, nice little reverse. Mertens asserts himself with a block. Gibbs picks up the foul when Thornton goes up after catching an offensive rebound, and he's going to shoot 2.
1989, Lawrence Krodinger. No, but you're close.
I'm going to
now
be brilliant.
Kevin Holly might have the right answer too. So go ahead.
And
what's your guess?
That's my year as well.
1990 is the correct answer. 1990. Tilden Watson.
Now, did you have that epic flow of the party in the business in the
No,
front
I didn't.
and the party in the back?
I didn't do the.
I was guilty.
Yeah, I did not do that.
Quincy, Illinois in 1990. That was
mine was
very
that part
acceptable.
down the middle, feathered back.
The feathered back look.
So
maybe a little shopping at Chess King.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
So
sure.
Kevin Holly, he gets the pride, not prize, and bragging rights, and he's more than 4% certain now. He's 104% certain. Now he says he's 96% certain. No, you are 100% certain.
Snudden kicks it to Krodinger. Krodinger finally gets one to fall, and he gets a 3 to fall with 39 seconds to go. So now it's a 41-32 game, and Pius would probably do well to hold this for the last shot. 30 seconds to go. They seem to be taking their time. You want to go for a good, smart last shot here and not give DeSoto a chance unless they leave Nager alone, and boom. He hits one again from the elbow.
And again, if I was that tall and you gave me that much room, I'm going to take that shot.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Beautiful shot. That's 43-32. We're winding down. 5 seconds to go, and Krodinger fouled on the floor with 3.8 to go.
Foul number 21, Devontae Gary.
Want to let you guys know, follow us on Facebook like you are right now, but you can also check us out on Twitter, Livestream STL, and we are also on YouTube. No YouTube tonight, a little later.
And now, Dre Townsend did get a 25-footer to fall on Tuesday night against Park Hill Central. Can't get that 60-footer to fall there. We end the third quarter with St. Pius X up 43-32. We've got 8 minutes to go in this game, and if DeSoto is going to make a push, they're going to have to do it right out of the gate here to start the fourth.
I agree. We're going to step away for just a quick second. You're watching Live Stream STL.
Here we are, we're back. Oh, it's quite all right. We're starting the fourth quarter. St. Pius with the ball and enjoying an 11-point lead. Caden Cook tees one up, a little bit short, followed his shot, and how many times in just youth basketball at any level, you tell somebody to follow their shot from outside, He gets his own rebound. Rubel tees one up, can't get it to go, and it's a DeSoto ball. They're getting it into Mertens, who's immediately double-teamed by Claus. Mertens gives it up, and they can't get it to fall. Downs misses the lay-in attempt, but gets fouled in the process, and he's going to shoot two. And Eric Lawrence probably doesn't want to see free throws going up with the clock stopped, because his team enjoys an 11-point advantage. Downs misses the first, coming off front iron. St. Pius X with 4 of their 5 starters in. The only difference is Caden Cook in right now for Dre Townsend. They make the second, and it's a 10-point game. Thornton brings it up. He's going to take it to the rack. Challenges the shot blocker. Doesn't get it to fall. And here comes Snudden the other way after the Cam Krodinger rebound. Snudden going to lay it in left-handed, and that's going to be a concern for St. Pius if Snudden decides to heat up here to start the fourth. 43-35. And Eric Lawrence has talked about it. Sometimes his team has trouble living with prosperity. They get up late, and they don't always deal with the lead as well as they could. Luke Claus loses the ball there. Now it's DeSoto's ball, and they've got a chance to really cut into this lead. They get it into Mertens again. Claus on him. He turns, spin, left-handed, and he dumps it in. That's a nice little run there.
Textbook left hand.
Beautiful left-handed and just fundamentally sound move there. And Caden Cook exacerbates the errors with the walk. And Eric Lawrence is going to talk it over with this team.
Probably smart.
The 10-point lead's gone down now to 6. 43-37 with 6.5 to go. And momentum is going DeSoto's way.
We'll tell you a little bit about a couple of our sponsors. Right Financial Incorporated and Right Living Real Estate. Check them out, 646-638-2220. Right Living Real Estate, we make it happen. So Steve Ringling is on the sideline. Do you have your ears on, Mr. Ringling? He does not right now. He's looking at like, I don't think so. He's doing some great sideline stuff we've got set up for him over on the sideline. This is one of his cameras right here. Coming out of both huddles, DeSoto and Pius.
Pius has made a change. Nate Rubel, the freshman's checked in. Not built like a freshman, but he is one. Great handles. Got upperclassman ball handling skills. So we've got Nate and Josh Rubel, Jalen Thornton, Riley Nager, and Dre Townsend out on the floor. We've got Cam Krodinger, Nick Krodinger, Andrew Downs, Mertens, and Snudden out on the floor for DeSoto. Got a foul here on St. Pius. Nate Rubel picks up the foul, so the freshman who I just talked up in his ball handling does commit a foul there. Rubel out on Nick Krodinger, who drives the lane, kicks it out. Snudden well outside. Boom. And you can see him, he's in rhythm right now. They're going to have to make sure they step out there. He was a good 4 feet beyond the line and let go. And now it's a 43-40 game. Thornton's got the ball at the top of the key. Townsend drives and can't make the layup, and Krodinger ends up with the ball, kicks it out to Nick Krodinger. Oh, and they're going to get Jalen Thornton with the block after an ill-advised Euro step. Pays dividends for Nick Krodinger. It's not ill-advised if it works.
The Euro step.
But it wouldn't be the Jeffco step.
Right. That's true. That's true. Jimmy Burns, thanks so much for commenting. This is my friend from Louisville, Kentucky. We use Switcher Studio.
Snudden gets the lay-in off the inbounds under the basket and draws the foul. Thornton picks that up, and now we've got a 1-point game.
Hello, Jimmy Burns from Switcher Studio.
And the way the momentum's going, you know this is going down before he even lets it go. Well, and I curse Snudden too. They're not going to let me talk about free throws anywhere. They kick it out. Nager's running. Tries to get, bump Mertens. They're going to say both of them go straight up. Mertens hit the deck. Nager hit a nice little 5-foot one-handed shot. And that takes it back to a 3-point game. St. Pius in the lead.
Wendy Thomas says, go Pius.
Oh, we got a travel. Downs whistled for one. On the wing. 5.5 to go. Still a ton of time in this one. Townsend brings the ball up. DeSoto and their man. Snudden on Thornton. Now if they can get it inside, you see a size mismatch with Nager on the much smaller Downs.
Yep. Here it is.
He pulls up and can't coax a baseline jumper.
He's made every single one of those with enough time.
He's been doing it.
That's the first one.
Snudden's got the ball. Thornton's probably going to start getting him in a little closer. Mertens working hard against Nate Rubel to get position inside.
Jody Court, we see you. Hey, how you doing?
Three from Snudden, and what did we say in the first quarter? When he heats up, DeSoto heats up. 45-45 game with 4.5 to go. Nate Rubel loses the handle right into the hands of Riley Nager, who calmly dips one in, and it's back to a 2-point advantage for Pius.
Riley Nager says, thank you very much.
All that work in the summer has really helped just keep his game calm. You don't see him out there panicking. Calmly took in the ball and then laid it in. So that's the calming influence Pius could really use right now. Nick Krodinger trying to get to the kid. Oh, they found Snudden. And that's good.
Wow.
And you got to think Eric Lawrence did not want them leaving, and he's calling a timeout to talk about it.
Here we go.
And he's pointing out that somebody didn't do their job. And the job was very simple. You do not leave Snudden. When you get a hot shooter in the high school ranks, you got to stay with them, even if you should be helping in normal circumstances in man-to-man defense. There's exceptions, and a good example of that is when a shooter is heated up like this. And right now, Snudden is that guy. Right. So it's 48-47. DeSoto leads for the first time, and we've got shades of last night when Pius led for almost the entire game, but coughed up a lead towards the end and wasn't able to get it back. How will they respond to this adversity? That's the big question in the last 3:59. We've got both Rubles, Dre Townsend, Riley Nager, and Jalen Thornton out on the floor for St. Pius. DeSoto in their man-to-man. Townsend with the ball with Cam Crodinger on him. Nager gives him a screen, backdoor cut, but pass wasn't quite there, and they
Looked
lost
great from here, right?
It was going to work great, the ball to Thornton, but they just didn't quite get it to him. And now Snudden's bringing the ball up the court. Townsend on him, gets by with ease, and they get Nate Rubel for a block. An upperclassman might have gotten a charge out of that.
Yeah, I think so.
But the freshman gets charged for the block, and Snudden's going to go to the line for a pair.
Such a fine line, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It is. He was moving just a hair. Snudden makes the first. 49-47. 3:37 to go. Snudden up with his second, and good. And now we've got a three-point Dragon advantage, 50-47. And Pius almost throws the ball away, get lucky with the tip. Rubel will key it in from the sideline. 3:33 to go. Eric Lawrence, their coach, pacing just beyond where Rubel inbounded. Nager's got that. He switches now. He's got Mertens on him. Now they're back to Downs. Townsend drives the lane, can't get it to fall, and it gets to Cam Crodinger, who's going to go with numbers. Without numbers, actually, and he's going to drive anyway. And gets the ball. Mertens is not able to get it to fall, and Nager gets the rebound, and here comes Josh Rubel. They're going to work it around a little bit. They're going to try to find Nager. They find him. Ball's tipped away. Rubel finds Nager again.
Brett Gibbs says, let's go Snuddy.
Thornton has the ball, and he's thinking about driving. Finds Rubel. Rubel takes about a 10-footer. That was off from up here immediately. And the Pius team is just kind of tightened up right now. Cam to Nick Crodinger with a Rubel on him. So we got two Crodingers, two Rubels. I think in Russia that means we have about $6.50.
That's right, exactly. Very nice.
We're going to get a timeout, DeSoto, 2:13 to go, 50-47. Zeb Hammond working with the lead for pretty much the first time in this game, drawing up some for his team.
Right. Let us tell you about somebody that we're helping cover tonight, amateursports.tv. Check them out on their Facebook page and their website, amateursports.tv. These guys are out of actually Canada.
Later, huh?
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah. So my friend Glenn Muffer calls me up from Manitoba, Canada, and says, hey, we'd love for you to come cover the St. Louis area for our website. And I'm like, great. We'll just add you to what we're trying to do already.
Yeah.
And so he's putting things out to guys like scouts and semi-pro teams and, teams, semi-pro and your up-and-coming professional minor leagues and whatnot.
Well, there's some good hockey talent in this region.
Absolutely.
Some real good talent. You can see that in the last couple NHL drafts.
Absolutely.
We don't have any curling, though. No curling.
No. You know what? I saw a curling night in Canada the other night on NBC Sports.
I did not know you could do that.
I didn't know they covered that either.
DeSoto's taking their time with the ball. Downs is not going to try to shoot that over Nager, not when they can try for a better shot. Mertens kicks it out to Snudden. Now Thornton's wearing Snudden like a glove. A minute 50 to go. At some point, St. Pius is probably going to have to start fouling or go for the steal and take their chances just to get the ball back. DeSoto doing a good job of milking this possession. Comfortable playing with the lead this late in the game. Nick and Cam keep passing the ball back to each other.
Eli Boyer's playing a little tighter there, huh?
Yeah, Eli's getting up on him. Yeah, 90 seconds to go, and there's a foul. They got a block, probably not who they wanted to foul. Snudden's going to go to the line.
That's a foul number 3, Jalen.
Brett Gibbs, he said, let's go Snuddy, and I think he's scored about 8 of the last 10 since then, so they'll give you partial credit for that. Snuddy off the front iron, so Brett maybe not as much credit. Mertens misses a put-in attempt. Oh, and a ball called for DeSoto after it's tipped out of bounds. Minute 22 to go, 3-point game. Pius is going to have to ratchet it up and go for the steal or the foul probably just to get the ball back. Snudden with the ball in the wing, and out it goes. Pius content to defend hard at this point. Krodinger being hounded by Thornton. Rubel on Snudden. And Nager is now out pretty far from the basket, and that's what they wanted. If we can get an easy bucket, we'll take it. Downs gets one after he's left alone when they tried to double the ball. Now it's 47-52 with a minute to go. Boyer, front back iron, but can't get it to fall. Rebound goes to DeSoto, and they're trying to trap. Cam Krodinger gets it from Nick, and they foul him immediately, Nager. So Cam will go to the line. I believe we're in the 1 and bonus here.
We are, for both sides.
5-point game in favor of DeSoto. 46 seconds to go. Krodinger makes it look pretty easy. Extends that lead to 6. Caden Cook comes in for Nate Rubel, so a little more outside shooting. Boyer already down on the offensive end, hoping that he gets a chance to get the team close. Krodinger well short. Cook gets the ball. And here he comes, and they're going to have to get a shot off quicker than they have been. Boyer looks, guarded closely by Nick Krodinger. Thornton gets the basket, spin move, makes it, and he's fouled.
I was
Zeb
saying
Hammond
this,
was looking for.
I was saying this inside. They really just need to pop a 3 here. But hey, a 3-point play works too.
Zeb Hammond had his head in his hands for just a moment. A good coach has to forget about these things. 53-49, 35 seconds to go. Now we're doing offensive, defensive substitutions for St. Pius. Thornton's going to try to complete the 3-point play. DeMonte Gary, with his length and jumping ability, is in to try to help out, disrupt things on the defensive side. Thornton makes it. And we've got a 3-point game with 35 seconds to go. Snudden with the ball. And they foul. DeMonte Gary picked that one up. Eric Lawrence isn't real happy because he probably wanted any one of the 3 other players to get the ball for DeSoto and be fouled. And Snudden's the one that ended up with it, and he's going to the line. 3-point game, 34 seconds to go. If this is your leader, this is where you expect him to help you out. Makes the first one. See, I didn't jinx him there.
Yeah. Or you jinxed it back.
The reverse drink brought it right back.
Yeah.
Now there's the offense, defense again. Boyer back in, Rubel, Nager, Thornton, Caden Cook. Snudden gets them both. 5-point game, 35 seconds to go. Here comes Thornton. Cook gets it to Nager. Nager's inside and gets it in left-handed pretty easy. Immediate timeout by Eric Lawrence. So 25 and a half seconds to go, 55-52 DeSoto. And partner, we got 25 seconds to go, but it's going to take a little bit longer than 25 seconds at this point.
I think so. It's been an exciting game.
It has been. Eric Lawrence has to be saying to himself, here we go again.
Right.
Gave up a fourth quarter lead last night, giving up one now. He's got an experienced team, Ray, but I don't know that they're embracing success like they could.
Right.
This year, when the season started, there were some expectations, I think. And Eric's confident in his team, as well he should be. He's got some very talented players, but they're close to putting it all together.
Right.
But just the fourth quarter last night and the fourth quarter today is showing me there's just a little bit more work to be done. Right. Now, we still got 25 seconds and a lot can happen. We saw that in the last game.
Right.
So they get it in bounds. Cam Prodinger is fouled. 23.6 seconds to go. And we said at the start of the game, if anybody really wants to win this for his team, Cam Prodinger, current Dragon, former Lancer, no doubt, really wants to get him. Now, older kid like that, the mature kid like that, he's going to tell you every game's important to him.
Right, sure.
But deep down, it probably means just a touch more, maybe a skosh.
It's always bittersweet, right?
Misses the first, but he's got a second. Here comes Eli Boyer back in to give a little more offense for the Lancers. So you got two proven three-point shooters in Rubel and Boyer out there. Cook can put it up from distance as well. Prodinger makes that one, and here we go. Thornton's bringing it down in a hurry. 20 seconds to go. Cook's got the ball in the wing. Drives, and they're going to give him that. Oh, Mertens.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
That was not what he was supposed to do. Cook lays it in. Mertens fouls him when it sure appeared that they were going to be content to give up the layup. Right. Now the clock is stopped. St. Pius X is doing their offensive-defensive substitution again. Cook's got a chance to cut this to a one-point game. 16.8 seconds to go. And Zeb Hammond, he's going to have some opportunities, win or lose, to use this game film to talk about some things that he could do right and could do better.
Right.
And that's going to be the same with Eric Lawrence and his Lancers as well.
Here we are, one-point game.
One-point game, 16.8 seconds to go. Full court pressure, off the ball foul.
You know what? That right there actually helps St. Pius.
It does. No time came off the clock. Got a hold. I think we've got 5 fouls on Dre Townsend. Nope, 4. All right, number 5. Now, Snudden's the one that's going to be the beneficiary of this. Now, he's going to the line for 2. If he makes both, it's a 3-point game. You've got 3-point shooters in. Townsend and Cam Prodinger, no doubt exchanging post-dinner plans, talking at midcourt, having a little laugh. Here comes Boyer and Rubel. Out goes Gary and Townsend. Thornton and Caden Cook are the 4th and 5th players for St. Pius. Snudden up with it. Front iron, coaxes it in. And here we go. 16 seconds ago, 2-point lead for the Dragons. Thornton doesn't make it.
Charge.
Oh, and they called him for a charge. He went barreling in. And Mertens took the charge. Eric Lawrence having a discussion with the officials. Yeah. And the charge goes, so the foul call goes against St. Pius. DeSoto's ball, 2-point game, 11.4 seconds to go.
Coach can't be happy with that.
No, he's not. But he's also got a coach. They're still in the game. Prodinger, and again, no time comes off the clock. Yeah. Or shouldn't have. We're at 11.1.
Hey, he misses both of these. You got 11 seconds to push the ball up and see what happens.
Cam Prodinger goes to the line. He's going to be shooting 2 after Caden Cook fouls him off the ball.
Angel Maryberry, how are you doing? Hillsboro will be coming up just right after this. We will stop the stream and start a new one and add Hillsboro High School and the Jefferson R7 High School.
Cam Prodinger hits the first. That's big. It's a 3-point game with 11.1 to go. This is a huge one here. This can pretty much salt it away if he puts this down. Gets his 3 or 4 dribbles in. Up and off. Riley Nager tracks down the rebound, but oh my goodness.
And
Cam Prodinger with the steal.
No foul.
Prodinger stole it from Townsend.
He's got a timeout.
And we have, the ball was bouncing around. When Pius grabbed the ball, we got a timeout. 4.8 seconds to go.
That was quite smart.
58-55.
Be a quick inbound and try to get yourself in a 3-point shooting range.
We're going to inbound just past half court. So they're going to have, it's going to be 1, maybe 2 passes. He's drawn something up now. You got to figure he's running a shooter off of 2, maybe 3 screens starting before the ball is inbounded. look for Boyer or Rubel here. I'm going to put my money on Rubel to get a chance to tie this up. Now, Zeb Hammond is a good coach, and he's down there telling them, do not let Rubel beat you from outside.
Exactly.
It becomes that classic, I know that you know, that you know that I know.
Exactly.
And that K through 12 public school education, that's where my head starts to hurt. 4.8 to go. Ball given to Dre Townsend. He's going to trigger it in. They get it to Josh Rubel at the top of the key. He shoots, and off to the right. Eli Boyer makes it as the buzzer sounds, but it was a rebounded shot 2 feet away. And St. Pius falls to DeSoto, who comes from behind to post a 58-57 victory. There they go to the handshake line, and Eric Lawrence is left to wonder what if again. And St. Pius will use this as an opportunity to hopefully figure out what they need to do in the fourth quarter. DeSoto will use this. The winners now of 2 straight, streaky team. Winners of 2 straight, and they're going to use this as hopefully for them a springboard.
Exactly.
Into the rest of the Christmas season and January, February.
Exactly. Well, we have to jump off the stream right away. Normally we have a little bit of post-game, but we do have another game that we're going to cut this stream and go to a new stream so we can add Hillsboro and Jefferson R7 to our stream here. So Ray Halbrook and Matt Schutte, Steve Ringling, Michelle Halbrook on camera. We appreciate you all watching tonight, and we just hope you guys have a great evening, and we hope to see you all soon.